Hi everybody and welcome back to another YouTube video. So I'm going to show you my top 5 butt building, glute busting workouts for you to try. Now, I'm not saying I have the biggest glutes in the world, and there are so many girls out there that I aspire to with huge big bums, but I have found these top 5 exercises have definitely helped with my progress, have definitely helped with building my glutes, and I wanted to share with you guys the really simple exercises, really simple movements that you can incorporate into your leg days, your glute days, your lower workout days, and you will really, I promise you will see the difference in your glutes and you will see them grow. So I know there's so many different kinds of like exercises out there nowadays, and especially there are so many like new ones and new trendy ones that people are trying, which is absolutely great. But I also find going back to the basic movements, the basic science, the basic evidence-based exercises that, you know, that go a long way back. People like Brett Contreras have talked about, there's people like Mark Coles, Phil Looney, all the scientific research behind each different exercise and the benefits in terms of building up your glutes. And this is why these top 5 exercises are my favorite ones to add in and to really mainly focus on with my lower workouts. In order to grow your glutes, just remember they are like any other muscle group in the body. They are just like your quads, hamstrings, shoulders, back, whatever. They need consistency with training. They need a lot of time to grow. Please be patient with it. Muscles don't just grow overnight, and they certainly don't just grow with 1 or 2 exercises or 1 or 2 workouts. They need training frequently, especially I find myself, because I find that my legs and my glutes may be of the smaller side. I need to be making sure that I am training them frequently. I also need to make sure that I am eating enough. Making sure you are in a calorie surplus. Just like any other muscle, they need food in order to grow. So just before I start going into my top 5 butt building exercises, I want to just quickly show you what I use myself before I start training my lower body and also with my clients. So this is a resistance band. This is so amazing at getting some glute activation working. I did a previous video on it, on about some glute activation and a resistance band only workout. So this is what I incorporate into my training program. So this is a medium one, which is kind of like a medium resistance, and now you can do all sorts with this. There are things like squats, time under tension, crab walks, monster walks, hip thrusts, you've got crab openers. They are such big, strong muscles in our body, but unfortunately these days they don't get used that often in terms of with our sedentary lifestyles. A lot of people just simply don't spend enough time activating their glutes before they go and hit their legs, and they find that they are very quad dominant, and this is simply because they are not firing up their glutes. Their quads are taking off all the work and their glutes are just simply not activating enough in order to get a good glute pump. Get some resistance band, get some activation work in before you get started with your lower body workout. So exercise number 1 is the barbell squat. Really nice and simple. The only thing I would say about this particular exercise, when you really want to try and target your glutes, simply change your stance. So if you normally stand with quite a parallel position, your feet quite narrow, just simply take your feet a little bit wider, tip your toes out slightly, and that is really working your outer glutes, your gluteus maximus. So that is your outer glutes and really trying to build up them. It will be hitting a little bit of your quads as well, which, like I said, this is why it's a good way to change up where you're standing and with your feet and your leg position in order to really target those glutes. Now again, this can completely change with rep ranges, with time under tension and tempo and set and rest times. But if you're starting out, keep it really nice and simple. Work your way up in sets of 3, and obviously when you're working with a lighter weight, go for a bit more higher volume. And then as you increase that weight, just simply drop those reps down. So you may be looking at 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. And now if you want to try in a pyramid, go for 3 sets, do 10 reps, 8 reps and 6 reps, and then simply just increase that weight with each set, and just make sure you're getting a good nice rest in between, anything between 30 to 45 second rest. So exercise number 2 is the sumo deadlift, and it is one of my favorite exercises. I find that I can really push myself with this. I really feel it through my glutes. I also feel it through my hamstrings, which you will do. It is also a hamstring exercise. So nice and simple, as you can see on the video. I have my feet quite wide with this, well, really wide. You think of sumo wrestlers, which is why they have fantastic big bums, because of the stance position. So sumo, they are taking their feet out wide. legs nice and wide, tip the toes out, and that, like I said, that is working your outer glutes. So from this, you sink right down into your hips, arms nice and locked out. I prefer one hand over, one hand under to really get a good grip of the bar, and this way I can go nice and heavy with it. You're really now sinking into your hips, pulling through your hips, glutes, and your ankles. Don't let any of the toes do the work, otherwise you'll feel that pressure through your knees. Sink down and a nice big strong pull, lifting up, and a big squeeze of the glutes at the top. Again, if you want to keep it nice and simple, work your way up with this, go for a good heavy weight, get some good reps out, and have a good rest in between these sets. So exercise number 3 is the Bulgarian split squat. I know it's a very long word, but this is really nice and simple. You just simply hold 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells in your hand, or if you're just beginning, try unweighted just to get comfortable with the actual exercise itself. You simply find a bench or a step, you put one leg back on the bench, one leg in front of you, and nice and simple, you bend nice and low, and it is a single leg movement. Now, I love incorporating single muscle exercises into my programs and my clients' programs. This is simply because we don't want any imbalances in our body. Obviously, we all have quite a stronger dominant side, well, the majority of people do. So incorporating single muscle group exercises into your program would be really beneficial to really just try and keep the balance in that and also prevent any injuries. Start on your weaker muscle side. So because my left side is a little bit weaker than my right, I like to stay on my left hand side to start with. Now, this is simply because you've got to bear in mind when you're doing single leg work like a lunge or a split squat or anything like that, you are still working your opposite leg. So therefore, by the time you have started on your stronger side, then gone to your weaker side, that weaker one has already been worked a little bit, and therefore it might stay just a little bit weaker because it's always going to be the secondary muscle used. The one that's already been used is the one that's already been a little bit more tired, and it will always stay to be that weaker one. This is simple. Sink right down into those glutes. Don't make sure your knee comes over your toe. You want your knee to be behind your toe. This is simply because when your knee starts coming over your toe, that's putting a lot of pressure on your kneecap, on the patella, and it's going to cause a little bit of injury. So just make sure you are really sitting back into that front heel. Don't let that heel come up. Push through your heels and your glutes and your hips, and you should really feel that good, nice, deep stretch and a really good pull straight through that full glute. So number 4 is, and it's also one of my favorite ever exercises, and it's an exercise that for some reason I didn't actually incorporate that many of them into my leg workouts for a long time. I know it's silly. I just felt a little bit uncomfortable trying to set myself up. Now, as you can see from the video, it's quite a hard setup if you don't have someone there assisting you, and you've just got to kind of like get yourself under an Olympic bar. You've got to put your weights on. You've also got to just be careful of your pelvic bone. Ladies especially, it can really hurt our pelvic bones and hip bones. So just making sure you've got a good solid pad to protect yourself, because you are thrusting a heavy weight from your hips, and you will find you might get slight little bruising if you don't kind of protect yourself that well. So this is the hip thrust. Now again, this has been researched and suggested that it is probably one of the top butt building exercises you will get, and it's definitely something I incorporate in all my programs and my clients' programs. So it is the hip thrust. So as you can see from this video, I have set up myself. I've got my top of my back on a bench. I have got my bar set up with the plates either side. Get right under that bar, set yourself up. Now you really want to be pulling through your heels again. It's almost as if you can lift up your toes off the floor. No weight should be coming from your toes. You can also go right up onto your heels if you like. Thrusting up, big powerful thrust on the way up. Really get time under tension on those glutes. A big squeeze at the top if you can, and then sink back down. Get as nice and low as you can. So a big full range of movement to really hit every single little muscle in those glutes. So number 5 of my butt building exercises is the walking lunge. Now this is definitely amazing for your glutes, but also your quad muscles, your hips, and also your core, because of the core stability when performing the exercise. So from the video you can see that I have got 10 kilo dumbbells in my hand. Sometimes I like to go heavier, sometimes I like to go a little bit lighter. Here I'm using a bit of a medium weight, I would say, for myself, and I'm working with 8 to 10 reps with each leg, so that is back, up and down. I'm sinking really low into my glutes, really again pushing through my heel, keeping my shoulders back, my posture upright, and really sinking and driving through my legs and my glutes. So I will put the full workout I did here on the screen. I know I have noted it down with each exercises, but this is the full workout that I did. I hope you guys go off and try it and enjoy it and lift up some heavy weights. Track a note of your weights that you have lifted and try and aim for a little bit heavier each week, or maybe go for some longer, higher rep ranges each week. Make sure you are monitoring your progress. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and saw my top 5 butt building exercises. I hope you take it off with you, go and give it a try. Please comment below if you have tried this workout and let me know how you get on. If you did like this video and you like to see videos of what my top recommendations are for nutrition or for exercises, then please just comment below. Also, if any of you guys love this hoodie, which is so soft, it is the new My Protein one. This is just simply the zip up hoodie and it is on the website now. I will put my discount code and my link in the description box, so go ahead and check it out. This is the teal colour. I think they also have it in grey and black, and yeah, I love it. It's my favourite. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and please, please, please don't forget to subscribe. I would love it, and I'm going to really promise to help develop and grow this channel. So if you did like this video and want to keep seeing more, please give this a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys on the next one.